Okay everyone, this is going to be a little quick tutorial for the new loop pedal. So as I've said before, this should be the same as our current loop pedals that we have, but there are a couple new things, new details to this loop pedal that I could potentially see as somebody with user error having issue with, and so I just wanted to address some of those things while also giving a quick tutorial. As always, our left button, record and play, as it says right here, records anything that we play. So if I go, you can hear that it's recording. If I wanted to overdub it, I also, as we always have been, press it and it'll be turn yellow or orange. You can overdub. Okay? Again, if I wanted to erase that, I can hold it down, and now it's gone. If I hold it down again, it'll come back. Same as before. You can press the stop button here, and it should fade out. And this indicates that it's fading out by blinking. And just like that. As before, if you hold down the stop button, it blinks red, and then it's completely blank, indicated by a clear blue color. This is the track that we're recording on, and this button over here that says "Do Not Touch" is just an extra button that allows you to kind of record on two different tracks. So this light here is blinking. That means it's on track 1 and we're recording on track 1. If I were to press this button here, also track 1 is indicated by the red light. If I press this button here, now this light over here with track 2 is blinking. It means we're recording on to track 2. And it's indicated by a blue light. I said do not touch here because we normally just have always been on one track for our purposes, and so I don't want people to get confused by having to use both tracks. The way that would potentially look is like somebody would record something on track 1. Okay, so there's my recording. I could go to track 2 and record something else. That was a little bit bad example. I accidentally pressed the button, but you can see how now two things are recorded. I can go over here and completely erase this track by holding it down, and this track over here is still playing. What I would need to do to erase that track is touch the do not touch button again to go back to track 1, and then hold down the stop button and make sure it's cleared. Does that make sense? Both of these tracks have been programmed to fade out. So if I'm on track 2, I can press record. So there's my loop. Then I press stop and it fades out as normal. Now here's some potential trial and error. You can't really see the screen from this, but maybe I can do you can kind of see how it says memory 1 on there. It's kind of hard to see. It's not really letting me turn down the brightness on that. But we have, memory is kind of each scene that we have available. So we have about, I know you can't see it, but we have about, no, you can see it, 99 different scenes that we can have. You navigate them by this menu button. If you wanted to go scroll quickly through this, you could hold down the button and then it'll go by tens and turn it as you hold it down. But for our purposes, we really shouldn't get past channel 1 or channel 2. Each memory has the factory settings. So if I were to record something, let's say on this channel 10 memory, it doesn't have the it doesn't have the ability. It doesn't have the preset of fading out for both channel track 1 and track 2. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So you want to, if somebody's having issue with the fade out, you might want to make sure that they're on memory 1, because memory 1 should have the fading out ability. And also, our power source is the same as it was before. If the power source gets unplugged and has to get plugged back in, or we have a power outage, we should not have to go into the settings each time and reset the fade out options if we stick to memory 1. We can put the fade out options on all of these other channels, but we have to do that individually, and I'll show you how to do that right now. So I'll go to, I think I might have already done it with channel 2. So memory, channel 3. What you have to do is you have to go over here to this edit button, select edit, and you can't see the screen, but right now it says T1 reverse. I'm going to scroll over. This one says T1 loop FX. This says T1 one shot. This one says T1 level. This one is T1 pan. And then it says T1 start, and then T1 stop. I really wish I could show you. But when you're looking for T1 stop, it says immediate. So you'll click on T1 stop, and then the little arrow will come down, and it should look like it's saying immediate. You'll click it once, and the button should say fade out. Once you have faded out, once you clicked faded out, you will, it should stick to that, and then you go over to track 2, and you do the exact same thing. Right here it was on, the menu left it on T2 stop. So this is track 2, the stop menu option, and you'll just click it. Well, actually, you'll have to click the button, then turn it once to the fade out option, then it should be good. But you want to save it to that track. So what you do is you press both the exit and enter button to save the settings onto track 3. So I'll hold both. It says utility, and then it says write. And what you want to do is just have it say write, W-R-I-T-E. Click. It says write 03 memory 3. You'll click. It'll say executing, and then those settings should be saved on memory channel 3. I know it was hard because you couldn't see the menu, but it should be saved in there now. I can test it by doing this. Okay, I've recorded. Now I'm going to press the stop. So I'm recorded onto track 1. Press stop. It's blinking. That means it is slowly fading out. And I'll show you. I'll unplug this. Plug it back in. It already says memory 3 on there, but if you needed to navigate to memory 1, that also works. But let's see, memory 3, I will record something. Okay, I recorded it, and it continues to fade out, and I didn't need to create any more settings. So if a problem that I may foresee with user error is someone has a loop, let's say they don't want it. So this is my previous loop, and I don't want it, but I accidentally touched the do not touch button, and I'm here to track 2. This light is blinking, indicating it's on track 2, and so I go to stop, and I end it, and it's not stopping. So somebody who might have accidentally touched do not touch would need to touch the do not touch button, and then from this channel where it shows that there is something on there, you'll hold down the stop button to erase the previous track. We do have a mic level option here. This input will give you input from your instrument, so you should see it coming from there. And that seems to be everything that regards our worlds. These are the two individual volume tracks to bring volume to the individual track. There isn't a instrument volume track. This just controls the volume of your current loop. So the volume of the instrument should be set either from the instrument or from the soundboard, not this device. One other quick thing, if you wanted to add rhythm, there's an on-off button right here. You have to click it once, and then it's blinking in rhythm with the tempo. You'd have to click it again to be able to get a sound, and then click it off. So it's a 3-click, 1, 2, 3. The reason why you might want to note that is that often I find for guitar players who might have issue with some part in their guitar, I often check to see if the loop pedal is the first culprit. So the way that I do that is I will press the rhythm button to see if the rhythm, the beat goes through the sound system, and if the rhythm is going through the sound system, then you can rule out that the loop pedal is not the issue, that it's either the chord, the chord leading into the drum machine, it's either the drum machine, it's either the chord leading into the guitar, or it's the guitar itself. So using this rhythm beat, though it's really loud for our current purposes, might be helpful for you if you need to help try to rule out what the problem is with a potential guitar issue. So I hope that was helpful, and sorry that it was 12 minutes long. But yeah, hope you enjoy.